I'm talking. I'm Mark.
That's Mark.
Is there only 3?
Yeah.
Is there only 3? Okay. I thought I was getting some sort of feedback, like an automatic feedback, like it was. All right. Okay.
No, it's
We're
just 3
good.
of us.
All right.
We're
Cool.
live, everybody.
Oh, hey, we're live. All right. Let me share this.
Hey-o.
Everybody.
Thanks for joining us, Jake. Officially,
Thanks for
I mean,
having me.
he's been here for a minute, but publicly, I should thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Happy Friday, Seeker in already.
We got Seeker and Jolly in the chat.
It's a-
already here.
It's a full moon tonight, or was it last night? I think it was.
I'm not sure. I haven't been
I think
keeping
it's
track.
tonight. I heard on the radio. All the
Yeah.
weirdos are going to be out in full
think
here in
it's-
Capitol Hill.
Yeah. All right. That's right. You guys are in Seattle. Yeah. I live just about 80 miles south of Spokane.
Oh,
the
that's
weirdos-
right. Yeah, you're from Washington. That's right. Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Do the weirdos come out there as well and during the full moon, or?
Oh man, it's full moon is the time when everybody's getting arrested. I mean, well, I live in Moscow right now. I lived between Moscow and Pullman for quite some time. I went to college here, so
I
Yeah,
went to
well,
college in Pullman. I
Oh,
lived
really?
on, I lived on like 4th or no D Street. It was D Street, right by like Munchies.
by Rosas.
I
Or wait,
forget
no, in Moscow or Pullman?
in
I don't know where
Pullman.
D Street is
In
Pullman.
In Pullman, yeah. It was like right by the Greek like row.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
up on campus.
Yeah, and right near the top of campus, but I was just off campus in like a little like apartment there.
Yeah,
Near like I guess near the what is it? The Jack in the Box was like there. Jack in the Box and the fucking Little Caesars Pizza was on that like same
Oh
like
yeah, just up the hill from Dismore's.
yeah, exactly.
What
Yeah.
years did you go to school here?
Oh, I was there until I think it was 2000. Oh man, till I think 2011 is when I graduated.
You only
So
went
2000 like
for 2 years, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2000 like 9 or 10 till 2011, and I did like summer semesters and stuff, and got a 4-year degree in like 2.5 years.
Oh dang! In what?
I just took like a full course load, and I think like you only have to take like 13 credits. I was taking like 18 credits this semester, and I think I had done like running start in high school, which is like taking like basically doing like associate's degree credits in your senior year of high school. Not because I'm smart, but because my high school like fucked up and didn't give me PE credits correctly, and like I didn't have enough like semesters of PE to like legally graduate by like state requirements, so they had to put me into like the college program where I was doing quarters, and then they would count each quarter of like physical education as like a semester of high school PE. So then like I got to do all like my last year of high school at the college and got to earn college credits for that, and the high school paid for it, so it really fucking it really worked out.
Yeah, dude.
Is this artwork for your NFTs?
Yeah, so this is something coming up. I don't know if I've shown you guys any of this stuff. I'm trying to find the dragons. So
Damn.
That looks badass.
we're dropping a dragon set here in the next. Oh, here's one.
And is this the collection is Little Monsters?
No, so I have 3 verified level 2 collections on Atomic Hub. I've got Little Monsters, then we've got Dust and Blood, which is an adaptation of a existing comic,
Oh,
and then
that's
we've
cool.
got one called Fantasy IO, and this is going to be expansion of that set. I don't know where all the good dragons are. Where are the dragons at? There's some that aren't finished.
Those
That's
look
cool.
super good.
Yeah, that's killer.
nice.
I'm trying to find
Have
the
you-
ones. Some of these aren't done.
You're making
Oh,
all
this
these
one's
just
sick. No, so I own an art studio called Mercenary Art Studio, and we have a group of artists that have worked in the art studio for quite some time. I do a little bit like of touch up, but I don't do much artwork. I mean, I don't draw myself.
Yeah.
These are done by Rudy. So if you come to our marble races after the marble races, I think maybe even tonight, he usually goes live and he'll do an hour or so of painting.
cool.
He's an artist from Bali, and he's worked with me a long time. So let me see here. I could actually show you a little bit of his work.
And also to the audience, we will have some giveaways going here shortly, so stay tuned if you want to get some free NFTs.
Yeah. Dang, those dragons look dope.
Look at that.
That's
He just
cool.
did this the other day.
Damn,
So
that's really cool.
yeah, he's got some really good stuff. He actually does professionally has done a bunch of this kind of artwork where he does like illustrations of buildings. Not like he works, I guess, probably for an architect, you know, doing
Yeah.
illustrations. That one's pretty sweet. Yeah, check him out. So he does. This is one of his live videos that he did on Facebook before I talked him into getting onto Twitch. Problem with Facebook is the video quality is always very low.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
one of our
it's-
artists here. And if you go on to Facebook, check us out. The Mercenary Art Studio. This is one of the NFTs we did when we first got in. We don't really do much in the fan art. We used to be really into fan art, but we don't do a whole lot. Here's some
That's
other-
pretty dope fan art, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for May the 4th. I mean, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
There's a promoter guy named Miggy, and he does some stuff on Twitter. And I was like, sure, man, you can go ahead and use this. So this is from an artist named Puis Calzada and Danny Morales, I think, is the one who did the colors on this. But this has been done. We did this back in 2012, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this has been around for a long, long, long time.
Yeah.
I don't really like Facebook doesn't really do a whole lot for me, so I kind of stay off. These are some commissions, so Rudy does paintings for people.
I'm not sure if we even have a Neon Space Facebook. Like Facebook was like not really our target
Yeah, dude.
demographic for NFTs.
Honestly, like Facebook's so bad. But I used to travel a lot and do conventions, so this is where we posted a lot of the stuff. So this was before some anime. I don't know what anime con this was. This is Albuquerque. I don't even know. But yeah, so I stopped touring in about 2016, and then I started my cannabis business. But cannabis legal. This is me in the middle. That's
Yeah.
my wife, and we used to. This is Scott Valine. He's an artist, and these were just some other people who came and helped us. I think this was Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle. So we've been doing that for years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm right in Mark's backyard.
yeah, I know. I'm sure we've had to. And then like if you were going to college here, I graduated, and I didn't go to WSU. I went to UI, but I graduated in I think 08 or 09, something like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I was 11. I was after you. Got there probably after you left.
Yeah, small world, man.
Oh wait,
meet through the internet, and we're in the same state.
what's happening there? What was that? So
Yeah.
getting feedback. Yeah, man. But it's been
Wild.
cool. So anyway, we own those 3 different ones, and these are some of the artwork that we're getting ready to drop. Probably a week or 2, I think, on this stuff.
How did you find just like NFTs in general? Were you into cryptocurrency first, or did like you find the artwork first?
No, honestly, man, like cryptocurrency wasn't something that was in my blood. I mean, traditional comic art was what I was into, and honestly, I wish I was a little bit earlier. So I think it was 2005 at Dallas Fan Expo. A guy showed me the Marvel trading card app, so I got super heavy into that. I really was like, before that, most people have a real hard time conceptualizing like what you do with a digital collectible, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
especially like comic book collectors, they're like, if it's not paper, it's no good. And this was a bit pre, what is the big one, Comixology or whatever, where comics are digitalized and sold online. I think it's a little bit more normal now. And for me, so this was totally foreign to me. The only thing that I had compared it to was the Topps trading card app, and I saw back in December that the NBA was doing their Top Shot, and I was just like, no, this is just everybody's jumping on a bandwagon. It was like everybody's just gonna do this, and it probably I made a mistake, man. If you would have come back in December, you would have been probably one of the first people around. So it would have been a lot. I should have listened to myself then, but I was still working our last grow. I was finishing up our last grow. So anyway, Top Shot was my first experience with it. I got into it a little bit, bought a few things on Top Shot, and then it was the Major League Baseball that attracted me to wax. I think that's probably
the
Oh, interesting,
MLB,
yeah.
the Topps MLB pack drop, right?
Yeah.
That's actually super
Dang.
cool to hear because
Yeah.
in theory we're like this is going to bring a bunch of new people to wax, but you're the first person I've actually met that's like, oh, that actually brought me to wax. So seeing that these big brands bring in people who are more interested in the independent stuff is really cool to see it in practice.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I think I came after the MLB too, and it was just I mean, I don't know how to say it. Like, you go on to a lot of the Ethereum networks. A lot of it's just well, I don't know. There's good projects on there, but a lot of it's just Photoshop pictures and stuff like that. And I was just like, this isn't for me. And not only that, the costs were prohibitive. So I started out on OpenSea, but I never, people would offer me $40, $60 a piece for our NFTs, which is that's great. That would be awesome. But the cost was like $150 to make it. So I think I heard so many things about artists who would mint an NFT and then they would lose, $100 on it. And I'm just like, wow, that doesn't sound good. And also, so we've done a bunch of things for Upper Deck and Tops. If you take a look at a bunch of our art studio artist guys, let's see here. Well, I don't even know if I've got anything on here. It's been so long. I wanted to make a trading card series, so I've actually had little monsters on the shelf for quite some time. So this is the artist. He's done quite a bit of work for us. I actually own, if you look on behind me, that's an original painting that he did. That's a
nice.
One of the ones that started it off. But we do a bunch of cards for all of the trading card companies, and so I've been around trading cards for a long time. We actually did a set for oh, that's not good. We did a set for Upper Deck. That's a collectible card game box set called Marvel Legendary. It's pretty good. It's a good card game, but I mean,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's been expanded upon a lot, I think, in the past 10 years, because that had to have been about 10 years ago. I think we did that.
Damn.
So your collections, are they going to be incorporated into card games as well?
Well, I was mostly basing my models off of their collectible, but it was really interesting how the wax community has a lot of stuff where they do games and stuff. So we actually a couple of months ago, we did a collectibles where if you bought one of those, you got airdrops essentially for life for as long as you hold those collectibles. And then we started something similar to a couple other projects where we do NFTs. So 'cause in my mind, I was like, what is an NFT on wax other than whatever it is, 1/18th or 1/8th decimal point of one wax, right? I mean, it's one decimal place of an actual token that you attach an image to, essentially, I think is pretty much the way it works. So anyway, we have gamified all of our collections. We have a link on our Discord to this. This shows all of our 3 collections, and essentially it's similar in the model to the staking points that they do on our planet. And so actually, big shout out to the guys over at Kate. They really came through and they essentially made our token for free. We've had an Ethereum token for a long time that it doesn't cross over, so it really didn't work. And they actually just finished our monster token for your wax wallet now. So if you go,
have your own wax token too.
Yeah, let me see here.
That's
Wax wallet.
And you get it for collecting, so you reward the collectors.
Yeah, exactly. So the first idea was people were buying those NFTs to grab stuff, and then now we've transitioned it over to everything that we do comes with a point, right? And so essentially, if it's like a 1/1, this one was one that we gave out to a guy who gave us an idea. So we made an NFT out of his idea. He got the 1/1. So it's essentially card count divided by 700 with a couple of different, our rewards have a multiplier on them, and the monster token NFTs have a better multiplier on them. So other than that, it's essentially 700 divided by card count. And we're working with the butler, and he'll essentially go through and airdrop everybody the currency based on how much of this they got. And the reason for their currency is actually, sorry, I can't really see. I got my phone in front of my computer. Oh, let's see here. So we have a game coming out soon.
Okay.
So this is the utility for the monster
You're pulling
tokens.
me in. You're pulling me in.
Yeah. It's going to be called Monster Strike or Monster Clash. So these are all the monsters and their iterations.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
it's
an
really fun
evolution,
artwork.
kind of like evolution game.
And
Oh man, I love evolution games.
uh-oh.
I spent way too much on
I would rather
Elevlogs.
not say that on there. And so we have actually done a bunch of these, which are going to be the battle scenes for the monsters.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So it's sort of like Pokemon where they're like head to head.
Yeah, but
And then you can play versus other players or versus like PvE or PvP kind of is what's the idea?
so the first one's going to probably be PvE. I already accomplished that, but I came to find out that the game editor, unless I paid extra money for it, I couldn't use a specific object editor. So I need to pay for that, and then I can actually finish the demo. But the problem that I've seen with a bunch of games is they don't have anything that people can do. But the idea behind this is going to be more than the video game. So the first phase of this thing is going to be a breeding and evolutions. Why don't I have it here?
Oh, that's really cool. And is this you have 3 separate collections? Are all 3 of them involved in the same game, or is it
Well, so it's essentially
all 3
like
of them generate the currency
Yeah,
for
I think
the
they all
the
stake
game,
for
right?
the game.
right,
I
yeah,
see.
exactly. And we have some
I see.
ideas to expand in the future, but let's see here. Where is everything? Oh, this is cool. There's a bunch of new stuff in here. Vampire Nightclub City. I don't think I've even seen this one. Oh yeah, so the guys over at
Vampire
CryptoPunk,
Nightclub.
the guys at CryptoPunk were like, "Hey, do something that's like pink and like neon." And I was
That-
like, "All right,
that
we
looks
can
like
do
it would
that."
match our aesthetics. That looks like it could be a neon
Yeah.
space.
Oh, yeah.
That was
So-
like the purple grid is like our background right now.
Yeah.
This will be the
That looks sick too.
landing screen for the game, the user interface. So when you first log into the game, this will be what you see. You'll click battle down here.
So you're personally building the game though, like you're developing it.
I am, although I would rather not.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is, and so we've started developing our own graphic user interface, and so I don't know why I don't have more on here.
It's
So
awesome
this will
that
be a
you're.
separate collection. So the
That's really
monsters that
cool.
you fight, will that be from the Little Monsters collection, or will that be or
No,
little creatures, or
they'll be these ones. Oh,
okay, got it.
There'll be
And
these
then
little monsters.
How
here.
does the token play into that?
So essentially, you're going to start with eggs, and then you're going to hatch eggs. They'll give you these guys. And, well, the idea was to use a generative breeding program. I'm in the talks with people to try and get a script that'll actually do that. It's a lot more difficult on EOS.io than it is on EOS. Like, everything seems to be a lot more difficult. I don't know if it's by design. The idea is you're going to get a bunch of these guys, and then you're going to either level them up. I wish I want to find you guys the cards. I don't know why I don't have the cards. Let me see here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I don't know, just adding smart contracts into the mix. You know, if you're talking about the evolution of into digital assets and digital collectibles, like you add the smart contract functionality, and it just kind of gives you so many possibilities, which is the fun part about being in this space.
Yeah, I like the hatching concept too. Like you could have an NFT egg, and then it could just over time, on its own, hatch into some like random, like just based on like a time passing that that the asset sits in your wallet or something. Whatever you write into the contract, you could make
So-
it really cool.
So this set here, which is not related to Monster Strike, this is the second series essentially of Fantasy.io. We got a bunch of these, which I'm messing around a little
nice.
bit with. So these eggs are the rest of the eggs. These, if you get one of these, will all hatch a new dragon every month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So like the egg, if you have the egg, it'll like you'll get dropped a new dragon, or the egg will like burn into a dragon.
Nope, every month. So every month.
It's like
Oh,
a
there, that's
membership
the
or an
one I was
airdrop
looking for.
key that like
Ah,
Exactly.
people
so,
get when you get airdrops.
so you want to collect
Exactly.
an egg if you want to build a collection of dragons, basically, is the idea.
Exactly. So the essentially the base will be a bunch of these pictures, right? You'll have dragons. You know, some of them in the beginning, the drops might be these little guys that are hatching, but yeah,
Yeah.
essentially you hold this, and once a month you get a free dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
But these will be dropped as the main set, and then obviously I haven't actually pulled these out yet and made them into cards, but these will be the set. So one of my artists is working right now on a nice little flame design around the outside. I don't know. If you look at
Nice.
all the old sets, like the stuff from Joe Jusko or Boris Vallejo, they don't really do anything. The fronts are always virgin. They don't have any sort of design elements or anything on them. So it's hard for me to alter this in any way. I'd probably, like, if I was
Yeah.
just finishing this up, I would just do something like that.
Yeah.
This, no, this would be the final image, probably.
Bam. Yeah.
that looks dope. That reminds
that
me
was
of like
fucking cool
Game
as
of
hell.
Thrones.
This one's probably gonna be different. It'll probably be a little bit different. Some of them aren't quite centered. Like this, I'll have to center. But yeah, that's essentially
That's
all
really cool, though.
all I do as far as the artwork. This one I came in here and I had a little shine here I didn't like, so I messed with that a little bit. But that's
I love
about
that
it.
you have a physical painting from like these artists in your background. Do you have any way inside the collection where like you give away a physical thing along with some kind of NFT, or do you have any plans for doing stuff like that? I've always been a fan of that kind of thing.
We do.
Yeah.
So one thing we have right now, and I'll actually throw it up so you guys can look at it on here. In our Little Monsters packs, it's just an added bonus. Somebody just pulled one.
Oh,
That was the very last thing that was pulled, apparently. So
Hell yeah.
this is essentially, if you find one of these, it's about a 1% chance, so about 1 in 100 packs. You get to essentially email me or contact me, and we'll make you into an NFT. So we've done it for
That's so cool.
yeah, we've got a couple of them done. I know they've been announced, so I could actually show those off too.
Oh yeah, that's
So
Sorry,
do
I
you
gotta-
make it in their likeness, or do they just give you like an idea and like you? can
Nah,
jump
we
off
make
the
it's
idea?
a caricature.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Caricature of their likeness. I love it.
Where is it? What does it say here?
I like all the
That's
different
pretty-
reward systems you got going on. Your
Yeah, we
collection. We have a lot of cool things that benefit collectors.
We got a lot of different stuff going. There we go, caricatures. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the name of the game is always utility, you know, with these collectibles, and so being able to build in that kind of utility just gives you so much
Oh damn.
That's dope.
layers to collect.
That's super dope.
a big influencer in what I wanted to do was the Trigger Haven. And so if you look at his stream, he actually might have this up there on there because he's moving cross country. But shout out to Trigger Haven. He does streaming almost every day. This is his profile picture. So we just did this for him as a thank you. And then another guy who really helped me out when I first got into this was Burst of Energy over at Atomic Kings.
Oh yeah.
So we did this
Oh,
to
yeah.
him. And
Yeah,
I think he
that's
has
cool.
plans of using this in his collection too. I'm not
Just think of Polish Dog 90, Lou, with your hot dog with the ketchup
Yeah.
and mustard. Just you've been rocking that profile picture for years. I wonder
Yeah.
what that would look like in this way.
so
Yeah. I need a profile picture for my wax wallet too. This would be the way to do it.
I
I
figured
just
you get a
learned that you
couple of
could
these a
pin
week.
NFTs to your wax wallet profile. I that was totally new to me, even though
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been a function for a long time. So,
Oh yeah.
I've got some flex pins going on right now. I mint ones.
oh yeah.
This is my favorite. I probably shouldn't go there anyway.
Okay.
This one's good too.
Oh,
is
the
a
luck of the
cutie.
Irish there.
Yeah. Mid
I
four-
think
mid
Irish
four,
might be
luck
one of
100.
those.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's
how-
exactly. Irish gave me his personal one. His
Yeah,
own
Irish
personal
is, Irish is like one of the highest level members of our Discord community.
yeah. for
Irish
sure.
is a homie. Irish is everywhere too. Like Irish is in all the
Dude, he really is. Any new Discord channel, I see his name.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So these are some things we got recently. I don't know if you can see them here. These are I don't know what is written on them, but these are samples. So
Okay.
I'd have to run around my house. So back in the day, so we've done sketch cards essentially. The reason we work for Topps, Upper Deck, and all these other companies is they send blank sketch cards. We draw on them and then send them back to Topps or Upper Deck or whoever it is that we're working for, and then they put them into the packs as like sketch cards, essentially like inserts. So I've done my own sketch card sets based on our own sets before, and one of which is still just sitting up there. So I've got like 1,000 painted cards, but it's a project that just died like years ago. But anyway, we're gonna get these sketch cards made of little monsters, and just like that Monsterize Me redemption card that we have here, you'll get an NFT that looks much like this, and you email me.
And it's
Essentially,
a physical redeemable for the card.
yeah. Essentially,
Oh,
you
that's
dope.
awesome.
So Mart's Comps 82 has a question. He said, "Hey guys, what
Mart.
scheme are the dragon eggs?" And that is fantasy, right?
yeah. So we don't have any of the NFTs made for the drop yet. Everything's still in the
But that will be under the fantasy art.
yeah. So that'll be in
That's still to come.
This
The
one.
dragon eggs.
I believe we
Yeah.
posted the link to the Mercenary Art Discord. If you want to keep up to date on when the drops are happening and when you can get the eggs, you should join the Discord for sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it before next weekend. I can say that for sure. I want to have enough time to do a bit of advertising. I'm not really good at, like, oddly enough, I just don't know the space well enough. I really would like to figure out how to get in touch with like the Wax Wallet people, and like there's a couple other places that have.
Yeah, I don't know how you get
decent
added to that
advertising.
list. I'd
Yeah.
also like to be added to the list of legit brands that are associated with the cloud wallet.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's just a matter of paying for the banner space. Like, I'm just talking about this one here. You know? Like,
Oh,
those
the
look-
ad.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I'm just looking for, like, I don't know how to contact. There's no contact button here. There's nothing.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing on here. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm
Or how people
looking.
get their own dApps. Like, you know how like Weezer's like you can click on their thing and they just have collectibles. They don't really have a dApp. So it's like some brands are definitely big enough to just be like listed in the web wallet. And then I don't know how you get there, but it'd be cool to do that as well.
They're probably the verified.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
ones.
something you pay for, but they don't even tell you who to pay.
So
It's like, please take my money.
I'll show you guys one more thing since I'm here. This is going to be a really cool thing. We're actually meeting with
Yes.
we're meeting with Atomic Hub next week.
Nice.
I don't know why it's not in here, but one of the co-creator of the Dust and Blood series, he also was the official photographer for the Seattle Supersonics from 1980. Oh, come on. From 1988 until, oh yeah, here we go. Is this it? No, that's not it. He was an official photographer for the Seattle Supersonics, so he's got a lot of official art and pictures. What's going on? All right, well, I can't show it then. Jim's been working on adding some stuff, but we've got oops.
So you're gonna modify those pictures in some way, or like?
So
or,
he's already sold many of them to companies like ESPN Magazine or Sports Illustrated, Seattle Times. So a lot, I would say a good portion of them have already been published, but we've got, I mean, there's 11,000 photos. And so he took all the photos and has all the rights to the photos because he was an employee for the NBA. And so essentially he's got all the rights to them, and we're going to release them at some point. It's just a matter of figuring it out. So Jim actually like does a bunch of work in, it's not necessarily Hollywood. He's in Portland, but he does shoots for music videos. He's been a photographer and videographer for a long time.
I would love that. As a Seattle sports fan, I would really love that. It'd be bittersweet though. 'Cause
Oh, man,
it
he's
reminds me of what was.
It's so much Kemp, man. There's a lot of Kemp. A lot. Were you a fan back in the 90s? Sean Kemp?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was young. I mean, I'm 32, so but I definitely grew up with that. And Sean Kemp is a really cool personality. He's actually a really big staple of the community around here too. I think his son
Really?
played for UW, and it still plays for UW basketball. I think he might try to go for the NBA here, but I think Sean Kemp actually owns dispensaries now, if I remember right. So, post basketball, he doesn't get drug tested anymore, so now he can just hop on the weed train here.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, it's really cool, man. I mean, some of that stuff is like only Jim and I have ever seen, so it's really neat to get to see that. I didn't actually know that he did it. So we did the Dust in Blood, which is an adaptation of a comic him and Val Merrick did. So Val is the co-creator of Howard the Duck. He did Howard the Duck back in the 70s for
Oh,
Marvel.
wow.
Yeah.
So do you find, like, as you meet more artists, like, and you introduce them to NFTs, like, do the artists you cross paths with that haven't been exposed to NFTs, and then you talk to them about it, do they latch onto it pretty quickly, or do they understand it pretty quickly, or?
So all these guys I've worked with since, I mean, probably most of them have been part of the art studio since 2010. There's a real split, man. I mean, I don't get it. I think there's a lot of misconceptions, unfortunately, about cryptocurrency. And I mean, I'm the same, man. I had no idea what it was about until I got here in April or whatever it was. And without getting in the weeds, I mean, there's a big difference between level 1 and level 2 blockchain. And anybody who has a problem with the environmental impacts of blockchain generally has a problem with environmental impacts of level 1 blockchain, which
proof of work.
Proof of work, exactly, rather
I
than
would
being
say-
community centered. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, I
Personally, I
just
feel